The Village is the hub of the 2013 National Senior Games in Cleveland. Located in the brand new Cleveland Convention Center, the Village will be open daily from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. till August 1st. The Village will host daily activities that are open to the community free of charge.
What's up, Cleveland? I'm Christian Patterson here at the new Cleveland Convention Center for the 2013 National Senior Games Cleveland Sports Day. We're going to talk to some participants of the National Senior Games and see what this weekend has to offer, only on TV 20. How you doing, Mr. Torres? All right, great. Is this your first year participating in the National Senior Games?
No, it isn't. I qualified for Nationals in Houston. That's 2 years ago, and I started about a year before that.
And what event will you be participating in this year?
Archery. That's my best sport so far.
Okay. So what made you get involved with the National Senior Games?
I just got involved with people that were talking to me about it, and I said, well, I'm gonna do something. So I got in it, and next year I want to get into more events. So I'd like to. I'm going to just do archery today.
Great. So you're here all the way from Arizona to compete in the 2013 National Senior Games. How was the trip coming here?
Long.
So what games are you going to be participating in this year?
Swimming.
Okay. So is this your first time participating in the National Senior Games?
This is my third time.
Okay. So how did you do from past seasons, and how do you expect to do this year?
If I can do what I did 2 years ago, I'll be happy.
Right. And what made you get involved and wanted to participate in the National Senior Games?
The competition and the travel.
So with you being one of the Cleveland contestants who are actually from here, could you tell us exactly what events you'll be participating in this week?
I did the triathlon this morning, which is a sprint triathlon. You biked, first of all, you swam 400 meters, you biked 12 miles, and you ran a 5K. And then on Tuesday, I'm doing the 5K road race at the zoo.
Okay, so how was that triathlon? I mean, today, where the heat is probably up about 85, but the humidity in Cleveland, we all know about that. So it's probably feeling about 90-ish out there. How was that in the triathlon?
Actually, it wasn't bad. The best thing about the triathlon today is there were no young people in it like you. And so they were not swimming all over me, just older people.
So what do you hope to do with your the 5K run, you said?
I'm hoping to run 27.
Okay.
That's my target. Okay. I was hoping to do 129 today. I did 135.
Okay, so is this your first time participating in the National Senior Games?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, so how long have you been doing triathlons?
Probably 20 years. Mostly here in Cleveland, sometime in Columbus, sometime in Chicago.
In honor of Cleveland Sports Day, Cavs legends Austin Carr, Jim Chones, and Campy Russell were in attendance, plus Browns legend Bernie Kosar. They signed autographs and interacted with fans, followed by a question and answer segment where they were joined on stage by Cleveland State men's basketball coach Gary Waters. So we're here at the hub for the National Senior Games 2013. What events will you be participating in this week?
I'll be in the swimming event, the 50-yard backstroke, 50-yard breaststroke, and 50-yard freestyle.
Okay. So how long have you been swimming?
I learned as a child, but the senior ones since about 2002.
Okay. So I take it this is not your first senior game?
No, this is not.
Okay. So how have you done in the past?
I've competed.
That's the big thing about it.
That's the most important thing. I'm not really in shape now, but I made the arrangements to come, and I've come.
Right, and as long as you're out there competing, you're in good enough shape.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the great thing about it. So with the senior games, how important do you think it is to stay involved and stay active being a senior citizen?
Oh, it's vital. It's the only way. Luckily, I get compliments that people think I'm much younger than I am, and I love that.
All right, so how long do you plan on, maybe staying active and keeping with the senior games? I hope this is not your last one.
I would like to continue as long as I can.
So soon as I sat down, you made me know that you were a Michigan guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he's in Ohio now. He's in a Buckeye town. So, you know, we got some rivalry going on over here.
Yes, we have. You know, yes, we have.
All right, so this week is National Senior Games 2013 here in Cleveland, Ohio. What events will you be participating in?
Track and field.
Field. So how long have you been a track and field guy? Have you been doing this since younger age?
My son started me in 2005. I was 75 at the time when I first started. No more than just running on casually, not competitively.
All right, so how important do you think it is for seniors to stay active and do things like this, such as the National Senior Games?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm 83 years old, so it's got to be very important. You got to keep moving. If you sit still, and rust will get you.
All right. So it's a lot. It's over 10,000 athletes, more than 10,000 athletes that are participating in these games this week.
It keeps getting bigger. Yes.
So where do you see the competition set high and above? Because I see a lot of these athletes, a lot of these senior citizens out here, and they're ready to compete. They're here ready to compete. How do you think that is?
You'll be surprised to see the athletes and their competing ability. In the 80s, you would think that as they get older, things get slower. I go to the Nationals, and I get in the preliminary semifinal. I can't even make the final. They're so good. And they keep getting better, and they follow you, too, because in the age group, you have a 5-year age group. And every time you move up, the guy that beat you last year, he's going to be right there protecting his territory,
Glad to be in Cleveland.
All right, and where are you from?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. So how is it coming from that weather in Minneapolis to coming here in Cleveland? I know it's kind of muggy here.
It's cooler here than it was up in Minneapolis when I left.
Okay. So you're here for the 2013 National Senior Games. What events will you be taking place in?
This year it's shuffleboard.
And are you an avid shuffleboard player? Is that something you've been doing all your life?
Well, my parents got me into the senior games, so I would do bowling and shuffleboard. But I run into schedule conflicts to do both at times, so we lost my mom last year. So this year I came with my dad and doing shuffleboard with him. Singles, then doubles, and then he gets his singles.
Okay, so you said your parents were one of the main reasons why you got involved with the 2013, the National Senior Games period. Okay, so how has that experience been participating in the senior games?
It's been real good. We've seen a lot of places. We've been to Hampton Roads, Pittsburgh, Louisville, and then we missed the last 2 national games, but my wife enjoyed competing, and she didn't come this year, but looking forward to Minneapolis games in 2015.
For over 30 years, Wigs for Kids has been providing hair replacement system and support for children who have lost their hair due to chemotherapy, radiation therapy, alopecia, trichotillomania, burns, and other medical issues at no cost to children or their families.
Could you let us know how Wigs for Kids has impacted not only your family's life, but also your daughter's life?
Well, hair loss could be pretty devastating for anybody, but especially for a kid. And Wigs for Kids has just really made her become a normal kid. It's allowed her to play and do sports and swim and everything she wants to do without standing out amongst everyone else. So it's really given her a lot of confidence. I'm sure it would have been a lot harder growing up in school without having the wig.
I'm a recipient of Wigs for Kids, and it's a nonprofit organization, and they give handmade hair replacement systems to children who suffer from hair loss.
And could you let us know what made you want to be a part of Wigs for Kids and donate?
Annie was a student of mine in my honors biology class in the 2011-2012 school year, and I had no idea that she faced alopecia, and I had no idea that she was the spokesperson for Wigs for Kids. A year after that, when she applied to be a member of the National Honor Society, which she's now president of, she put a pamphlet for Wigs for Kids in her application. I looked at the pamphlet, just thinking, oh, what does Annie do for Wigs for Kids? How cool. I ran the 5K for them in 2011. And when I opened it up, I saw her pictured and saw that she had alopecia. And my heart just melted because I had no idea that Annie was facing such a difficult hurdle in her life read on, realized that she not only had alopecia, but that she was a spokesperson, national spokesperson for Wigs for Kids. I was just so moved by her courage, her strength, everything about her being the magnificent woman that I always knew her to be, that I decided immediately that I was going to donate my hair. And then did some more research, learned about how expensive the assembly is for the beautiful hair replacement system that children like Annie have, costs $1,800. So I decided at that point that in addition to donating my hair, I was also going to raise money, at least $1,800 for Wigs for Kids as I was training for the Cleveland Marathon this past May. I was fortunate enough to raise well over $3,000 for Wigs for Kids in addition to donating my hair. And it was an incredible, inspirational moment for me and really inspired me to want to continue to give back to Wigs for Kids because Annie is such an exceptional person, and her ability to overcome the hurdles that she has in her life is because Wigs for Kids opened that door for her. She's definitely walked through it, but it was Wigs for Kids that opened the door. So I just would really like to continue to share my story, hopefully inspire others to also give back to this incredible organization so other children can be as amazing as Annie is.
Being the national spokesperson for Wigs for Kids, what's your ultimate goal to help this organization?
It's been my mission since a couple years after I was a recipient to just share my story with everyone and just be an inspiration to donate and to get as much hair donations as we can so that Wigs for Kids can continue to help other children because it's such a prevalent need that not a lot of people are very aware of.
The effects of hair loss go deeper than just a change in a child's outward appearance. Hair loss can erode a child's self-confidence and limit them from experiencing life the way children should.
I see you over here next to the Wigs for Kids booth, and you're planning on donating your hair this week?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what made you want to donate your hair to Wigs for Kids?
Well, I normally donate for Locks for Love because my friend has breast cancer and she needed a wig. But if kids need them too, I'm more than happy to share. I got a lot of it.
Okay, so Wigs for Kids, it's a great organization, and we just took in a nice testimony from one of the people who actually get wigs from this organization. What does that make you feel? Just hearing something like this and what you do by donating your hair, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great to know that my hair or somebody else's hair is going to someone who actually really needs it. It makes me feel good, and they deserve to be happy just like the rest of us. If it's going to make them happy to have a wig or hair, that's okay with me.
All right, we're wrapping up a great day down here at the new Cleveland Convention Center for Cleveland Sports Day for the National Senior Games 2013. We talked to some great contestants who will be competing in the 2013 National Senior Games only on TV 20.